What's going on YouTube? It's AKingsCreation again. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about what the devs added into the game for consoles and their settings. Now this is for consoles, not for PC players. So if you're a PC player, then you can click off, or you can just chill out and watch and see what the settings are. And I'm pretty sure you guys already have it, or they may have added it to your settings as well. But since I'm on console currently, I'm going to go ahead and focus to the console players. All right. This information might have already been out for like a week or two. I've been giving you guys other guides and they've just been holding off on this information. But since we are here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and explain it to you. All right, here we are on the settings page. Now, if you guys remember a month ago, I gave you controller settings. If you guys, here's the thumbnail here, but if you guys look at that video, you will see the difference and the additional settings that they added currently right now, right in the game. So we're going to go ahead and break down everything that I have changed in settings once I reached endgame. Now, 80% of this is considered PvP settings, but it also works for PvE. And I actually use settings for both situations, right? I'm not going in and switching them. Point is, let's go ahead and break it down. Now, the first new setting that they added on the console, which I was confused about because it doesn't even matter which one. You can use classic mode or action mode. Me personally, I haven't seen a difference, but I'm on classic mode, and I think most PC players play on classic mode, right? Then we're gonna go down, and now these are the settings that I have changed from my last video, right? So make sure you guys just go ahead and uncheck most of these from the top to bottom. I was talking about the prevent falling. That's up to you. It's still up to you now. You can change this, you can check this or uncheck it. That's up to you. Now, Q skills is checked. Auto move within range to use beneficial skills is checked. I believe I unchecked this. Beneficial skills on self is checked. Toggle charge skills is checked. And then pretty much everything else here is unchecked, and this is checked as well. I will go to the maximum you can possibly go. I mean, always health level to start using amatory recovery, I would say, yeah, 95%, because you wouldn't want it to go over, because that would be unnecessary and you'll be wasting a lot of health points, right? So just stay at 95. That should be perfect. Always use amatory recovery in PvP combat. Make sure that's checked. Next, we're going to go to the character. Now, there's another new feature that they added in the settings on the character page, because a lot of people, if anybody knows in the comments, let me know in the comments, or let everybody else know in the comments. A lot of people have been talking about how console has been an issue in PvP. Large scale siege has been an issue because their frames dropping. It just couldn't keep up with the amount of players in the siege event. Well, the devs heard that feedback and they added a new feature. So we're going to go ahead and break it down. But for this one, I changed this one from large scale combat mode. I put always use. It used to be auto use, but I put always use. Then we're going with that check as well. Now here is the new feature they added. Select targets to show skill effects. This is new, guys. If you haven't known that this was new, you need to go in your settings right now and adjust this accordingly. Now for me, I want to see my party members animations, okay? If you want to see your guild members animations, that's also a plus. I highly recommend seeing guild members if you're like about to play into a siege or play anything PvP related or PvE related for guild activities. But if you just want to minimize it and just refrain from like stuttering and keeping your frames high, then I would just go with show party members, right? That's what I usually do. Now these are checked and unchecked, so just follow along there. I'm not going to read each one of them. You guys can see it, right? We're going to go to our show character names. Now this one I did change. We're still going with user settings 1, but everything here is on now, and I changed this to guild mark. All right, everything is on all the way down. And then we're going with keeping this checked. Now, revealed my equipped weapons. This is up to you. You don't have to reveal your weapons to other people, but if you do, then keep that on, right? Now we're going with show my name in item acquisition broadcast. I keep that on. And then show my summon amatory. I keep that on. Make sure that's off. All right. Targeting, the only two you need to check is the feuding players and attackable players. The item, just make sure that's on all. I didn't really touch this too much, except for the bottom one where it says auto dissolve. Make sure that it's off. These are checked and it says all. The camera, now I did make some changes here on the camera. Make sure your sensitivity, because look guys, you're on console, okay? You cannot keep up with PC players. So you having low sensitivity on your console is like completely insane. Like you're already at a disadvantage. You might as well go full speed with the rotation of your camera, okay? Because you want to keep up. Everything here is unchecked. Even shake effects is unchecked. If you guys remember my last video, I had this checked. You want to create as much smooth gameplay as possible, especially when you're in the large scale or the siege or PvP or even big PvE events. I'm sure they will add in the future. Point is, you want to make sure this is off so you're not, messing up your camera, right? And everything else is unchecked down here as well. Now for content, I left everything the same. These are all default. Make sure you keep them all the same. Chat is the same. That's also default. And the UI, I had lowered my UI. My UI is a little bit smaller now, so I'm going with tier 3. Language and time is all default. Notifications is also default. Everything on this page is default. I did not touch anything here, but if you want to adjust anything here, that is up to you. All right, I'm gonna check that because tax delivery is existing now, so might as well keep that on, right? The graphics, now I did make some changes here on the graphics. Now here's why. I'm gonna explain why you guys should do this too. All right, brightness I left the same. Here's where it is. This simple overall settings. We want to go ahead and put this on performance, right, guys, because we don't want to drop any frames, especially on console where we're already locked at 60 frames. Okay, so we want to make sure that our performance is at top notch. We'll reduce a little bit of the quality. As you guys can tell in my video, you can't really tell too much of a quality difference from my last video, but we want to go with more performance because we want to make sure in those large scale battles we can survive and also see more, because that also contributes to the player character count. We did change this from being medium to high now because we switched this to performance. So we're going to get more performance at or we're basically going to even it out because we went from quality to performance and went from medium to high. So it's going to basically balance itself out on the next tier up. Okay, so that's what we changed there. The sound is still the same. I haven't really touched that. Controller is still the same. Now, if you guys want to know, I have an edge controller, so I have different key mapping than this controller here on the default settings. If you guys want to know that, make sure you guys, I will leave it at the end of this video, my controller settings. It actually breaks down the edge controller remapping of all of the buttons. If you guys want to see that, then make sure you click that video at the end of this video, right? Everything else is pretty much the same. I haven't really touched anything here, and that is all of the information. So we basically got we got 2 new features. If I missed anything that was new, I didn't really kind of notice it because the 2 ones that I explained were the biggest ones. The classic mode and the action mode, like I said, I don't know why they added that in here, but they added it, so it might be useful to somebody. And then, being able to change the animation so you can be able to see a lot more and not crash in large siege or large scale events with a lot of people, especially like the arch bosses or something like that, right? So if you guys are new and you enjoyed this video, or if you just watch my videos and you enjoy this video, make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, so hit that subscribe button. And also, if you guys are interested in one-on-one, or not one-on-one, but off this channel live streams, I will do host membership live streams, so make sure you guys check out my membership tab, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.